Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for November 18th, 2025. Got a Menagerie Kingdom today, and we've got Scrap, Goat Herd for trashing. We've got Draw from Sheepdog and Livery. Plus actions from Village and Snowy Village. And gains from Scrap can be gains, it's pretty limited, but Snowy Village, Stockpile, Groom. You can also gain horses off of Livery. I don't think... Well, I guess with Scrap, that is a potentially relevant source of gains in that it can be converted to other gains. Same with Stampede, I suppose. So, yeah. Should be able to build reasonably big here. There's an attack with Coven. I mean, there's also Gatekeeper, but that's probably not so relevant. But there's lots of draw. There's a good amount of plus buy. It'll get a lot more limited once the stockpiles are all gone, but... more gains from Groom. I think the opening here is Groom, Scrap. Groom just looks really good here in general, and Scrap is the estate trasher of choice. Maybe pick up a Goat Herd to deal with coppers later, but goes for the stockpile. This is not good. Stockpile is probably the card we want to be buying because we'd rather gain a horse than a silver with our Groom. So if we want stockpile at all, and we surely do, stockpile Stampede has some synergy too. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This is not quite the worst possible shuffle, but that is atrocious. Oh, ugh. This is so bad. Scrap misses estate twice. We get terminal collision. We bottom deck the Groom. What the fuck? Ugh. Ay. Okay. There is some chance that the correct thing to do next turn is going to be to buy Stampede. In which case we probably want... Well... We either want a Village Green or we want another Groom. If we get Stampede, then there's we potentially scrap estate non-terminally, and but we still can't play two Grooms. Yeah, okay. So we probably want Village Green. I don't really know if I want another stockpile now. We're not getting one out of exile. We could take a Sheepdog. Sheepdog can react to Groom gains, so it'd be pretty non-terminal draw. The bot has not taken a trasher, so Goat Herd looks less good than it might otherwise. So I'm probably not into that. It would be nice to have the stockpile for next turn, or the turn after next, rather, if we do end up doing the Stampede thing. Although grooming for stockpile isn't out of the question, even though it does come with a silver that we probably don't really want. Hmm. I think there. I mean, there's also having to play Sheepdog terminally isn't super likely, specifically coming out of the Stampede turn. So, I mean, I'm also thinking about, like, we could, of course, end up bottom decking Stockpile and not getting the Stampede, right? That is certainly a risk. I think getting another Stockpile and like having that in case we do get to Stampede. Okay. I think this is good. Demand Stockpile. That's kind of a weird choice. Okay, so we have our village green down there and a copper. We definitely just stop here. We could definitely just stop here and go like scrap state for action horse. I think that makes sense. We groom for groom. Probably. And then getting the stockpile back is probably a good idea. And then demanding. And that's the part where I'm not really sure. We could demand sheepdog and hope to draw a groom, and then we can activate that. The drawing scrap estate would also work. It's not very likely, but well, frig. 2 grooms down there with no villages. Not ideal. We can demand another one. We could go coin horse. Demand village green. Get the stockpile back. What happened? What about doing this? Stampeding. And then we don't need the coin. I don't know if I want a silver though, and I'm not sure what else we would take that would be useful other than the horse. And like, we could definitely use the village green. I think we don't stampede. I think we go coin horse, demand village green, stockpile. this is... Yeah, there go the stockpiles. Okay. That is a really early province. The bot, like, is probably going to try to drive piles, but it doesn't have any trashing, so I think... Last card is the Groom. Okay, what do we want to gain here? It could just be another Village Green. It could be another Groom. I'd really like to get a Livery into the deck. It's just hard to pick up Livery over demand. Could be another... could be a Sheepdog. The hope to activate it with the other Groom. There's also the Scrap to potentially activate it. Yeah, let's go with Sheepdog, I think. Okay, well... Now we take... What do we take? Unfortunately, we now have both of our Grooms out of the shuffle. The Sheepdog's coming up. We might need to demand another Village Green. But I'm thinking we take another Sheepdog. No, wait. Let's just do one stockpile and then Stampede, I think. Buys an estate, yeah. That's signaling pretty clearly. Okay, here we go. We can scrap estate. I don't know if... I should have played the Village Green earlier. So that we could, if we wanted, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. What to gain? We've actually got more draw than we need. Maybe we should take a silver. Oh. Down there, we should have like a stockpile and two copper and another Village Green. I do think we need to go in for Livery this turn. But we should be able to hit... We might need a Snowy Village, depending on how many stockpiles we want to play. So we can have some plus buy. I guess taking silvers off of one of the grooms isn't crazy either. Second scrap is also a consideration, or a goat herd to start thinning coppers. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Should we take a coin? I don't know. We have 6 copper. We have 3 stockpiles, which I'm pretty sure we do. And that's 15 coins, which would be enough for like double livery demand, which is pretty good. So that means we don't need a coin. If we were to add silvers with one of the grooms, we could go double livery, double demand. Demand village green twice. If we took the coin here. Oh no, wait, we're gonna get a silver from the scrap. I wasn't even counting that. Okay, hold on. So 6 and 9 is 15. We're gonna add. We could do coin silver to hit 18, and then do double livery demand and I don't know, a sheepdog or something. We could hit 22 if we groom for silver once. We definitely want to. I think we definitely want to groom for a snowy village. Oh, you know, I just realized something. If we groom for snowy village, then we'll add a horse, and then the sheepdog. The sheepdogs are not like exactly wasting draw. I mean, still kind of doing it, but well, the problem remains. We're gonna have like the village green down here. I guess we just do this. We go for snowy village, play one sheepdog, play another sheepdog, decline to play this, do that. So 17 is not a useful number for us to hit. So if we were to like groom for goat herd, say, and trash a copper, and then gain a silver and take a coin off the estate. It's definitely possible that we should just be not bothering to trash copper here, that the board is just gonna, like, the game's gonna end too quickly and it's not worth it. I do have concerns about dudding, but the bot only exiled 2 stockpiles, so it still has 4 out. That's admittedly scary. The other thing is we could save 1 stockpile. Maybe that's the play. So that would be, we'd have 12. We definitely want to hit at least 15. Scrap can get us to 15. Groom for silvers would get us to 19, which could be double livery demand and like a village green or something. I would much rather be hitting 20 at that point, though. Just like once we play all the stockpiles, then our only buys are coming from Snowy Village and Scrap. We will have silvers in the deck that we can scrap for buys, so it's not so bad, but... Well, I think... Like, if we don't need the coin, we want to take a horse off of the estate. That's the reason I'm trying to work through all of this. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that's... the play. Oh, I have to play the Snowy Village first. I guess it doesn't matter. Just to double check this again. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 9. Wait, did I screw this up? 12 and 9. Yeah, I did. Oh, well. Too late now. I mean, we could save a stockpile. Yeah, we probably should do that. Okay. Livery, demand, Snowy Village, Village Green, and think it could actually be Sheepdog, but I think one more Village Green. All right, let's see what the bot can do. The Coven does not concern me too much. Is that... that's only 2 of their stockpiles? They didn't get to Stampede, though, so... the quality of their deck is definitely decreasing. Let's take another Sheepdog, I think. I wanted another one anyway. I just wasn't sure about taking it last turn. And we don't find any of the liveries. Cool, cool. Alright, let's go... card... could be card Silver Horse. Replace the silver, sure. Ay, ay, ay. Both of our liveries are down there. It's not great. We'd have a groom and a sheepdog down there. I'm wondering about just demanding... We also have the snowy village, so maybe we don't need the village green. Maybe we just demand another sheepdog. Well, we should have more another village green down there as well. Okay, they're down to 1 stockpile. Oh, we can't get the livery in play. We need to see the snowy village. Okay, that's fine. We'll just take another sheepdog, I think. Alright, let's just do this. I think it's got to be worth playing this stockpile at this point. So we do have some more villages down there. We don't have the snowy though. I think one more livery. Demand. It could just be demand village green, demand sheepdog, although we don't get horses for the sheepdog. We could also demand another snowy village to add more plus buy, or we could demand a scrap. That might actually be better. That's a lot of horses. Wait, what? What? Okay, I will admit, I think I forgot stockpile was empty and was looking at these 3 piles and didn't... But how many grooms did they play? 1 groom, 2 grooms, 3 grooms. Like, they had 2 villages in their whole friggin' deck. How are they gonna play 3 grooms? What? Oh, man, that's messed up. And I feel like this turn was going to be the turn where we were going to be able to get several provinces. Ugh. Yeah, this... I honestly... I mean, I'm not... I think the real problem was this right here. And this. Bottom deck the groom, had to scrap a copper. That was not good. We had a turn where we just passed because we had 2 coins. Yeah, I probably could have played around piles better though. But I don't think there was any reason to expect the bot to be able to play that many grooms for not a state when it had so few villages in its deck and had not done any thinning. I mean, it had stampeded, but even so, like, it had even bought an estate. Like, Come on. Ugh. Well, I don't know. I mean, Groom and Stockpile are both cards that promote these kinds of games, but I still believe in Scrap. Okay, this is better. We go card action. We decrease the odds of bottom decking our Groom. There's only a 1 in 7 chance that we draw the Groom, though. It's tempting to go card coin, trying to hit Demand or Stampede. I think I'm going to do it. All right. Now the question is, which one do we do? I think it should be Stampede. Yeah. Okay, so this should be action horse, probably. And I think if we take another Groom, then we need a Village Green. I'm wondering about, the bot did this trick last time. But I'm wondering about Demand Stockpile, just as like we want a stockpile in the deck so that we have plus buy and it's easier to Stampede and all that. We could also take a Goat Herd, I guess, to start thinning the coppers earlier. I mean, we could Stampede again. No, we can't. No, never mind. No, we're going to be demanding. But the question is, yeah, Village Green. I think it's Village Green or Goat Herd. It could be Stockpile, I guess. We'd take the silver instead of the horse, which is definitely a downgrade. But then we don't have to demand Stockpile. We can demand Village Green or something. But I don't think that's the play. I think I'm going to take the Goat Herd and demand a Stockpile. Okay, well... We could Stampede here, but then we don't have a stockpile in the deck. I think it's better to go Demands Stockpile. And probably... We do still have an estate left. So we could go Sheepdog. Sheepdog can react to the Groom. The odds that we find the scrap before we do that aren't that good, though. It might be better to take a Village Green. Okay, I think I'm down to take another groom into the shuffle. Do we save the estate for the scrap? Seven coins if we're getting the stockpile back. Well, I mean, 6 coins could just be stockpile sheepdog. Yeah. Didn't even get a stockpile out of exile. Come on, bot. Oh. I think this is just Stampede. Come on, bot. Cut that shit out. God damn it. Alright, well, we're gonna need a snowy village. What do we have down there? We have... It's a curse, yeah. So we have Goat Herd, Scrap, Estate, and presumably another copper. Yeah. Okay. So in other words, we're not going to trigger a shuffle here. So I think we go ahead and take Snowy Village. All right, well, Scrap Estate on top isn't too bad. And do we take another Sheepdog? Sure. I think we play 2 stockpiles. Do Livery Demand. I guess we probably need another Village Green. Double Stampede? 4 stockpiles in exile, so they have 3 left. Jesus, okay. We are probably going to need to get some silvers. Just do that with the first groom. We'd also scrap estate for like silver horse or something. Last turn we have 4 copper. We have 4 coppers and a stockpile and a livery left. That's 10, which is actually a good number to have. But then if we trash with a goat herd, we have 9. So scrap getting us a coin would get us back to 10. Goat groom getting us 2 silvers would get us to 15. That seems good. I'm gonna take the silvers. This is assuming we can draw it all, which I guess is not a given. We do have another sheepdog down there in addition to a groom. there any way we're taking action off this scrap? I don't think so. Now I kind of want to take card. Now, so we still have 2 coppers down there, as well as the sheepdog. So we really hope we can see the sheepdog. If we don't, then we're going to have 3, 6, 7, 8 coins. 8 coins is fine, actually. So I think I'm going to go card, horse. Okay. 9 coins is also good. Let's take a village green, since that will trigger the livery. Or we could take another groom. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Alright, we're gonna need another snowy village, or to get scrap for plus buy, but that's fine. One more livery. And yeah, I guess we're gonna take a village green anyway. Yeah, getting the early goat herd, I think, is making a difference here. Triple demand. They're not scoring. And now all of their stockpiles are in exile. I guess their goal is to, like, just empty piles on this coming turn. Okay, this isn't great. I think this is card action silver. Replace the silver. Although it could be card action coin, to be honest. Because we could really use a province if we fail to draw anything else good. Well, okay. I think we need to take sheepdogs. Don't want to lower this other stuff. Oh no. 9 coin. If we play another horse, we can play one other action. All right, I think that's worth it. Yeah, here's a livery. We go province. And we go... We could take that snowy village. The additional buy. Take another sheepdog. Not gonna lower these piles. That seems clear. I wish I had one more coin so I could demand, but I think sheepdog. They're just lowering anyway. I mean, I guess it's not that unlikely that they can score a couple points. Wait, when did they get a sheepdog? This deck works remarkably well for not thinning anything. What the fuck? Oh, pff, fine. Ugh. This is gross. Like, the previous turn, okay, they did do triple demand. So they did have a couple horses on top. They managed to... How many estates did they have in hand? No estates. They drew an estate there. I don't like these rushy kingdoms. I'm not sure that it's um that it's correct to do this rushy thing. Maybe I could be playing better into that, but it's just, yeah, if you took away one of Stampede, Stockpile, or Groom, I would be pretty confident that like this kind of thing just like wouldn't be close to good. But with all three of them combined, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my thoughts on the subject. Maybe I was supposed to buy an estate here. I don't know. Was it to be expected that they would be able to get 6 gains here when they had top decked some village greens and 1 groom? I didn't even know they had a sheepdog. Well, and they shuffled and drew some of the grooms they had gotten the previous turn. Oh, that's my hand. This is their hand. So, like, groom, 2 horses, 2 village greens, and then they had a horse on top from the demand as well. And then that was the end of their shuffle. So once they trigger the shuffle, they draw like Hopper Estate, and then they're just like they're just drawing all these action cards and not seeing their stop cards for a while for the most part. So I think given that they needed every one of these gains, I think the odds of the bot being able to pile here were not good. Because they saw out of their 11 or well, no, seeing the Coven would have been like having a gain. But out of their 11 stop cards, so not including the 4th estate that they got after triggering the shuffle, that's 7 coppers, 3 estates, and a silver, none of which would, help their cause of piling. They saw 7 of them. They saw 7 of those 11 cards total, but that was after playing a bunch of like grooms and horses and village greens and things and the sheepdog. So I don't know. And I guess it being the daily, like I win if I get a tie. It's not very satisfying, but yeah, I mean, arguably I should have taken an estate, but like at least in retrospect. But if I maybe I shouldn't value an outright win higher than a tie. But if I did, then I'm not sure that it would be whether it was correct to take an estate. But yeah. Anyway, I do not love this rushy stuff, and I want to believe that building a proper deck beats it, but I'm not sure. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.